Set 1 didn't really go your way. 2 and 3, you really took it to him. 4's back and forth, and 5, I mean, finally just put the brakes on him. Talk me through the ups and downs of that
Peter,
one.
we're back.
We're back.
We're back,
You let
Peter.
me back, and you got the beautiful ones on. I love it.
Yeah, we got the ones on. We got the original ones on, the OGs. Thanks, Peter, for being here. It really means a lot. It enhances what we're doing here, and it's so much more fun for the families to watch when somebody like you is doing the play-by-play. So thank you so much
Coach.
for being here. Yeah, I think we talked about it the other day on the phone,
Yeah.
Peter. We're so young, and we make young kid plays too often. Like, there's just these easy plays out there that we don't take advantage of in sets 1 and 4. And, like, you can hear an audible gasp in the gym when balls land between two guys. Go, oh! And if we can get rid of those, if we can just take that first contact, get it as high as we possibly can, and turn it, we did that in 2 and 3. It's just such constant offense from so many people, you can't slow it down. And so what I told the guys at the end of that game is I'm frustrated because we're so close to winning 3-0 easily against that team. You look at this box score, we win in every category.
Yeah.
Right? But we're playing 5 because we don't take care of our side of the net in a consistent manner, in a clean manner. And so the positives to that are it's on our side of the net. And it's been on our side of the net all year long. When we play clean, consistent Carthage volleyball, nobody can play with us. You get the 400 sets that we hit, right? But when we kind of take that one mental lapse and serve receive in those first contacts when balls are high touched in between people, it's a set. And the other thing too is we lost a 25-22 and 25-23 set. We're 0-6 now in 2 sets decided by 2 points. At some point, that's going to bounce our way. You don't go 0-85 in those sets. We'll win one of those, and then we're going to go. So we got to learn how to win ugly. Young teams don't do that well. We got to get experience. I told our guys, we're not freshmen anymore. We got to play like seniors. Yeah. And when we make that change, we're going to be really tough to stop. And proud of this group. Proud of this group.
So 2 players I want to call out. First, I want to start with this one. I said, ice in his veins, ice, baby. Ice really just stepped up today, and ended with the big one. Talk me through what it's like to have him step up in such a big role for you.
He's such an elite offensive weapon. But what I'm proud of him with is his blocking ability. He's a big guy at the net. He's got long arms. He's getting across the net. And he's making really good moves. So really proud of him about his defensive effort. And his range is unbelievable. He can swing super sharp crosses to the 10-foot line and then take a ball line on the very next swing, maybe even in the same rally. And that's why he's tough to stop. As a freshman hitting, a consistent, 333, it's just wild to see a freshman do that in only like 8 matches of play. And then you take that same thing and move it over to Owenato, who didn't play that first set. 0 errors. 481. My God. Is that elite stuff. And again, he doesn't always hit it hard. He's carving people up, sharp cross, line. The amount of recycles. So when you take a ball, you don't try to kill it. You try to hit the block so it comes to your side of the net. And then you play a nice high first contact. That's where you get 0 arrows from. Smart, clean, intelligent, creative volleyball. We've been talking about that all season. And what makes those 2 freshmen elite in Owen and Ben is they're just creative. And they can carve you up. I want to talk about Easton Gavin at the end of that. He goes in the middle of that match and misses 2 serves, right? Pretty difficult. He's been there before. He's been in big moments. He won a national championship at the service line, and it comes through today in the 5th set. Dude, talk about ice in his veins. Easton's got ice in his veins going back there. Having confidence, putting a great serve where we wanted it to, and going on that run to win it. It's those seniors. I thought Drew Jansen was consistent today at what he was doing offensively. Maybe it wasn't the prettiest thing all day today, but it was consistent.
A quiet 9, I said.
Yeah, just quietly consistent. And for me, it was his serve receive today that kept us in this match. He was elite on those bombs from Dominican from the baseline, kept us in system. He was allowing our 2 freshmen to go make plays. And it'll be his day. He hit 667 against Aurora or something like that earlier. He'll find his days offensively. But to be able to take a step back and just pass the ball and dig balls and block balls, that's a senior play, and I'm really proud of Drew.
Talk me through the diversified attack, because you had 4 players in double digits for kills. Was it situational that it ended up at that number? Was it kind of like, okay, well, we're going to try this? Because at one point I saw Cholowinski on the sideline kind of stretching it out. Don't know if, it was cramping up, but, he comes back and gets his kill. Okay, goes to the bench again. So talk about the diversified attack.
We've played a lot of matches so far this season, and we've flown from coast to coast. Gone to the West Coast, gone to the East Coast. I thought we only played 1 match this week. That's pretty bad scheduling by coach to have to play 2 matches off that Pennsylvania trip. But it is what it is. We learn more by grinding matches out like this than you do winning cleanly. And so I'm proud of us for finding that out. Cholo's just beat up. I think you saw Mitch Geiger go in and struggle a little bit offensively today. He's just beat up. Like, we just got to find a way to get his legs back under him. But it's just really what it is. We're beat up. That's the system, Peter. I don't think you were around in 2022 when we won that championship. But what we do is we diversify the ball. We set the middle of the court. I want to set Ethan more balls. He's a freshman. We got to get him more balls. But you set Cholo as many balls, Ryan Cholinsky as many balls as we do. And it opens up the pin hitters. And that's why we're on the 6'2". We talked about the 6'2". Yeah. Like, the strength of this team is we don't have a Matt Slavinsky. Mm-hmm. Who cares? You don't need Matt Slavinsky. If you can diversify the ball.
Yes.
And our depth is what wins for us. All 4 hitters on the court can score. They can score the rock. And they're coming at fast tempos. The blockers don't know where the ball is going or one-on-one everywhere, okay? So the strength of this team is to be able to run the 6'2". Ryan Morey's really stepped up in his setting ability this year. Grant Veldman's been elite for us. He hit 600 against Mount Union last week. I thought he had a good day offensively today for us as well. So the emergence, of Grant Veldman and Ben Heiss with the emergence of Ryan Morey allows us to run this 6'2" and always have a right front attacker. Yeah. And that's what's made this offense elite this year is you can't put a double block on our middle front.
Correct.
You can't double block Ryan Cholinsky because we have that outside or that opposite hitter back there to open up the offense. So Ryan is able to score because of that flare attacker, because of Ben Heiss, and the threat of Grant Veldman gets him more space to score. So we want to toss it around. We're going to be one-on-one every. We're going to toss it around. We trust all of our guys. And we went deep again today. How many guys did we play? Again, like 12?
Yeah.
Like, it's wild how we go deep into this bench because we trust everybody. This team plays together as a unit. And I can call on anybody, and they're going to make a play. Easton Gavin proved that today. Yeah.
Final one here before we let you go. Concordia coming up, then back home for MSOE. Only one more game this month at home. Talk us through what these next few days are going to look like for you.
Yeah, go on the road to a great Concordia, Wisconsin team. They're pretty elite in what they do. Curtis Madsen is their head coach, one of our alums, a really good friend of mine. So excited to get a chance to see him and have a good conversation over there. They run through that opposite, Spencer Herman, and he's real good. He's the real deal. And so I thought we did a good job of containing Casey Goss today.
Yes, you did.
Who also is the real deal. Don't mind what that was today. He hit 0. That's not him. He is so much better as an attacker. And he'll come alive for that Dominican team as they get later. But if we can slow down Spencer Herman like we slow down Goss today, we're going to have a really, really good night. And that's the message going in there. We played so many neutral site games this year. So those 2 tournaments we played where we played 3 matches away from home, it just led to not a lot of home games this year. But you can see how this crowd uplifts us. Yep. How when the crowd comes through, we get lifted up and we go play for this group, and it's electric and it's energetic and it's so much fun to play here in Tarbell Arena. Yep. And so these freshmen have learned how to play away from home. So when they get that lift, they're going to be real good. Yeah. So I'm excited about what we can do at home this year and the lift we're going to get because we're experienced and we've battled and we're ready to go and put it all together. Sounds great. Well, Coach, congrats on the win, and we'll see you next Wednesday back at home. Good luck on the road. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate it. Go Birds. All right, that was Coach J.W. Kieckhefer. We want to thank you all for joining us here this Thursday evening in Kenosha off of beautiful Lake Michigan. A huge 5-setter win for the Firebirds. Again, for executive producer Mike Love, producer John Voinovich, along with the rest of the cast and crew, Allison, Jeremy, Andrew, and Owen, directing graphics, replay, and camera. Outstanding job, as always. We appreciate you being with us. This program has been a presentation of Carthage College, copyright 2023. Birds winning 5 over the Stars. We'll be back next Wednesday as they take on MSOE. Have a good rest of your weekend, everybody.